Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Coach Matt over here, Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Hey guys, check it out. If you are a coach, we have a big announcement coming up in a few weeks about a coaching clinic that we are doing here at Primal in Rhode Island. It's going to be designed around the track and field events, but the clinic itself is going to be all about lifting and strength training and how you can properly set up a program, work with a larger team, even some lifting that you can do on your own if you don't have a weight room. So the website's almost done. Best thing that you can do is sign up for our newsletter. The newsletter is where we'll first announce the seminar. It's only going to be about 20 or 25 people that's going to be limited to. It's going to be a 2-day thing on a weekend, right around Thanksgiving, middle of November, beginning of November, somewhere in that range. All right, so make sure if you haven't done so already, click the link below, sign up for the newsletter. You'll be the first to hear when that coaching clinic happens. All right, now, today we're going to answer a question from a guy named Jeremy. Now, Jeremy sent me a question about his form and technique. Basically, what's going on is that as Jeremy in the Discus drives into zero support, as he carries himself and drives down the middle of that circle, he says he has more of a hop. He's got more of a leap, more of a jump through that circle. And then basically what's happening is that as he lands out of that high leap, he slumps over a little bit. He kind of hunches over a little bit. And when he does finally get into his mirror turn position and he's ready to throw, he's too far hunched over. He's too far bent over. And Jeremy's wondering, why is this happening, first of all? And second of all, what can he do to prevent it from happening? Well, it's kind of a two-part issue. The first part, and the reason why this is so pertinent to and the reason why I'm answering this is because we were trying to figure this out this past weekend. We were trying to figure out a term for that drive through the circle. Because you want to drive into zero support. Zero support basically means that for a split second of that throw, both of your feet are off the ground. So the difference, and we've said this before, between a walk and a run is that when you walk, one foot always is on the ground. When you run, both feet come off the ground. So at some point, both of your feet are off the ground when you're running. And that's what you need to do as you drive through that circle. You need to run through that circle. Both of your feet have to come off the ground as you drive up into zero support. So we were trying to think of a term that best fits this. And nothing we thought of sounded at all like manly. It needs to be tough. It needs to be vicious, explosive. That bounding, that driving down the circle, that running down the circle. People were saying, oh, it's like prancing down the circle. I don't want to use that term, prancing. Oh, it's like jumping. Well, no, it's not a jump. It's bounding. Well, bounding kind of gives you the idea that you're leaping in the air. So we've been trying to figure it out. But that's what it sounds like you're doing, Jeremy, is that as you drive through that circle, you're literally leaping, hopping in the air to get into zero support instead of a much lower drive where you're driving across the circle. Now, you're still going to get off the ground. Both feet will be off the ground. But you're not going to jump. So that's the first thing. Try to not jump out of the back. Try to stay low and drive out of the back of that circle. So stay low in that 9 o'clock position here, and then when you're in 9 o'clock, drive across that circle, boom, blast across that circle. Don't, make it weird. Don't jump up. The other thing that we need to talk about, and the bigger problem with you, is your posture. It sounds like as you're jumping into zero support that you're losing your posture. You don't have the strength, or you just have not put the thought into it to keep your body in good posture. More than likely, you're slumping over with the shoulders as you turn out of the back. You don't have good posture as you turn out of the back. As you drive, your shoulders are still slumped over, so that when you land into that mirror turn, the shoulders are still slumped over, and then you end up scooping the heck out of that discus. So we want to keep that good posture. Now, what I like to think of is similar to when you squat, or when you deadlift, or clean, hang clean, power clean, snatch, that starting position of having a nice big proud chest, having a good natural arch to the back. You never want to be slumped over. Good natural arch to the back, big, proud chest, arms at a 90-degree angle at the armpit. All right, so when you drive out of zero support, we want to see that as you're driving here, that you've got 90-degree angle at the armpits, so we don't have the arms down. You've got that nice posture in the back. That way, as you land out of that zero support, boom, you're not falling over. You're not hunching over into that throw. Okay, so really work on that. Yes, it does take some core strength. Maybe it's just that you do not have the strength. Maybe you do not have good posture. Maybe it's a muscular, developmental, skeletal issue. But more than likely, you're starting in the back of the circle, hunched over, instead of nice and tall. We need you to start nice and tall, 9 o'clock position, drive into that circle, drive up, run. Again, I really don't have a term that makes sense to explain here, but get into zero support without jumping, without prancing through the circle. Drive down that circle, keeping that good posture. Land out of zero support with good posture. Mirror turn with good posture. Turn and finish that throw with good posture. Okay? So that should take care of it for you, but that's the reason for the slumping. So whatever, now that we've identified, now you have to correct. So, is it your core strength? Do you need more core strength? Do you need to work on your posture? Are you overdeveloped in the shoulder, slumping forward? Do you just work pushing movements and you don't ever work any pulling movement to develop the upper back to keep you with good posture and make it easier for you to keep good posture? Maybe it's just form and technique. Maybe you just need to work on form and technique. Whatever it is, let's start working on it. Good posture as you drive into zero support. Good posture as you land out of zero support. Good posture as you turn into your standing throw or your power position. And good posture as you let it go. One thing in the back will lead to the front. So good posture in the back of the circle is going to lead to good posture in the front of the circle. Further, more efficient throws. You're going to be hitting more PRs in no time. So Jeremy, thanks so much for the question. Glad we could get it answered for you here on video. If anybody else has a question that they want to get answered, please make sure to email me, matt@primalatc.com, or leave your comment underneath this video. Make sure if you haven't done so already, click the link below, sign up for the newsletter. You'll be first in line to hear about when that coaching clinic is coming up in November. We'll have sign-ups happening here in the next month or so, maybe 3 weeks, and the website will be all done. Hope to see you guys up here in Rhode Island in November. Sign up for that newsletter down below.